Right now, the very fact that you're listening to these words is already the answer. You want change. And that's exactly what separates you from most people. Because most people won't even admit they're poor. I'm not just talking about money here. I'm talking about poverty of mind, poverty of spirit, poverty of dreams. Look at your reality. You wake up at the same time every day, walk the same paths, meet the same people, complain about the same things, and end each day muttering, "Another tough day. Tomorrow will be the same." This is how most people live. This is what real poverty looks like. But here's the real problem. You tell yourself, "I'm doing fine." You say, "At least it's stable. Everyone else lives like this too." This is just reality. These thoughts are the root of poverty. Justifying your current situation, refusing to change, wanting to stay in your comfort zone. This is what creates real poverty. The difference between the rich and the poor isn't money. It's mindset. The rich see opportunity. The poor see obstacles. The rich find solutions. The poor get stuck on problems. The rich invest. The poor consume. All these differences stem from one fundamental difference: awareness of the present moment. Most people live in the past or the future. They replay past failures thinking, "I'm just not good enough," or worry about an uncertain future telling themselves, "Things will get better someday." But real wealth is only created in the present moment. Only when you focus on this moment do you see real opportunities. Your beliefs create your reality. This isn't just positive thinking. This is a fundamental law of existence. When you believe "I am poor," your brain only finds evidence to support that belief. You miss opportunities, make excuses, and accept failure as inevitable. But when you believe "I am abundant," your brain finds ways to make that belief real. What matters most is changing your identity. Most people define themselves by past experiences, current circumstances, and other people's opinions. But truly wealthy people define themselves as creators with unlimited potential. How have you been defining yourself? If you've been thinking, "I'm just average, I don't have special talents, I'm unlucky," then that's exactly what's made you poor. Your identity determines your limits. Another characteristic of poor people is lack of clarity. They don't know what they want. They say, "I want to make a lot of money," but they're not clear about how much, by when, or why. The universe only responds to clear requests. When you truly know what you want, all your energy focuses toward that goal. But clarity alone isn't enough. What you need next is incredible focus. Most people are scattered. Their energy is spread in all directions. The common trait of successful people is extreme focus. They concentrate their energy on one point to create powerful force. Just like focusing sunlight through a magnifying glass can start a fire, focusing your energy on one point makes the impossible possible. The biggest enemy of focus is other people's opinions. Thoughts like, "What will people say?" and "I'll be embarrassed if I fail" cloud your focus. But real success begins when you transcend the ego. Real power comes when you listen to your inner voice instead of others' opinions. Another characteristic of poor people is victim mentality. They always think they're unhappy because of something external: the economy, the government, their parents, bad luck. These are why they think they can't succeed. But truly wealthy people know they are the creators of everything. They know they can produce the results they want, regardless of external circumstances. If you truly want to change, you must completely abandon victim mentality. Your current situation doesn't matter. What matters is what choices you make from this moment forward. The past is gone, the future hasn't arrived. Your only power is your choice in this present moment. Discipline is the path to freedom. Most people think of discipline as restriction, but without discipline, there's no real freedom. Real freedom comes from the ability to make your own choices. When you can get up even when tired, do what needs to be done even when you don't want to, and resist temptation when it appears, Then you achieve real freedom. All successful people have strong discipline. They wake up at the same time every day, handle important tasks first, and resist short-term temptations for long-term goals. Discipline is more important than talent, more important than luck, even more important than opportunity. But discipline alone isn't enough. What you need alongside discipline is intense passion, and real passion comes from purpose. What is your purpose? Why were you born into this world? What value can you create through your unique talents and experiences? When you find answers to these questions, your life completely changes. Gratitude is a magnet for abundance. Poor people always focus on what they don't have. They complain, "I don't have money, I don't have time, I don't have opportunities." But wealthy people focus on what they do have. They're grateful for small things, and that grateful energy attracts more abundance. Gratitude isn't just a positive emotion. Gratitude is a state of being. When you're truly grateful, you become fully awake in the present moment. Every morning when you wake up, look for things to be grateful for. When you're truly grateful, your energy changes, and that changed energy creates new reality. Fear of failure is another cause of poverty. Most people try to avoid failure, so they only make safe choices, don't take risks, and don't try new things. But there's no success without failure. All successful people have experienced countless failures. Failure isn't something to avoid. It's something to learn from. Failure is a signal that you're going in the wrong direction. Failure makes you stronger, wiser, and more humble. Successful people fail fast, learn fast, and try again fast. Flexibility is also crucial. Poor people are stubborn. They think only their way is right and don't accept other perspectives. But wealthy people are flexible. They're open to new information and willing to change their opinions. They boldly abandon ineffective methods and find better ways. To survive in a changing world, flexibility is essential. You must be like water. Water changes shape to fit any container, but never loses its essence. Your core values and purpose shouldn't change, but the methods to realize them should flexibly adapt to circumstances. Not learning is also a cause of poverty. Most people stop learning after they graduate, but the world is constantly changing. Successful people are lifelong learners. They read books, attend seminars, find mentors, and learn new skills. For them, investment isn't in real estate or stocks. It's in themselves. Learning isn't just acquiring information. Real learning creates behavioral change. If you gain new knowledge, you must actually apply it. Reading 100 books without action is meaningless. Learning one thing and acting on it can change your life. Environment matters too. Who you spend time with determines who you become. Spend time with poor people and you'll think poor thoughts. Spend time with wealthy people and you'll think wealthy thoughts. To become the person you want to be, you must go where such people are. Finally, the most important thing is your choice in this moment. The past is over. The future hasn't come. Your only power is what you choose right now. Right now you can choose change. Right now you can choose growth. Right now you can choose abundance. The real reason most people stay poor is because they choose poverty every moment. They choose stability over change, comfort over growth, safety over challenge. But you can be different. Starting right now, you can make different choices. You can choose courage instead of fear, gratitude instead of complaints, action instead of excuses, immediate execution instead of procrastination. Your life is the sum of your choices. If your past choices created your current self, then your future choices will create your future self. You can't change the past, but you can change the future. And that change starts right now, in this moment.